Welcome back to the video YouTube Invest in Yourself. My name is Cameron, and today I'm going to do a highly requested video of GAN Limited. This came from one of the viewers, the subscribers, asked me to cover this stock and kind of give me my analysis. So I hope y'all enjoy it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you have any other companies or businesses that you want me to kind of look at, and I'll see about doing a video and let you know what I think overall. So pop a like, subscribe, and I hope you, again, thank you so much for coming and watching the video on my channel. Thank you so much again. So with GAN International, or GAN Limited, it's a technology service provider for online casinos and sports betting operators. Is presenting an exceptional growth opportunity right now in the environment we're in today, YouTube. So the launch of real money gaming into the new states highlights significant opportunities and positive long-term outlook. And so YouTube, in this video, I'll be breaking down GAN Limited as a company, their future potentials, and my overall assessment of GAN Limited. So looking at GAN overall as a technology solutions and a white label platform for online casinos and sports betting applications. And the company is software as service is used by major casino operators to capture strong market growth driven by trend of legalization at the U.S. state level, along with the rise in mobile gaming applications. So the total addressable market is massive right now, YouTube, and there's a lot of states out there that sports, online gambling and online, sports betting is still illegal, and until that fully opens, we probably won't see those really high gross margins in GEN. And so just keep that open. A lot of this stuff is forecasting out for that total addressable market. GAN launched its IPO early this year, and while the COVID-19 pandemic presented a disruption to smaller sports betting side of the business, the outlook remains positive with several long-term growth opportunities. Being GAN Limited is a leading business-to-business supplier of the internet gambling software as a service solution. Now it's a big, huge YouTube 10-year deal with Wynn Resorts. And the UK-based GAN will be an enterprise software platform for Wynn YouTube and the internet sports betting, internet casino gambling business in Michigan. So this deal is tied up the online sports gambling and spets gambling in Michigan specifically. And GAN expects to launch Wynn Online in Michigan alongside the first regulated online gambling operators in November. So soon to come next month, subjected to all the regulatory approvals that pass. So that's a big thing. It's a big step forward for GEN and getting on board with Wynn, because they're huge when it comes to Vegas, Macau, Boston overall. Looking at GAN, already works with other casinos in the U.S. and around the world. The company also works with DraftKings and the rival of DraftKings, FanDuel. And looking in August, they announced a partnership with Penn International, which became the largest casino operator in the U.S. to select GAN. So the deal was powered by the My Choice social casino app from Penn National to integrate the company's current land-based My Choice player loyalty program, which has 20 million members as of today. And looking at GAN, will now announce Q3 earnings on the 19th of November, but looking at their most recent earnings, and over here we'll do some of the highlights or some of their key takeaways. Let me get this. There we go. Y'all can see better. So second quarter revenue jumped 99% to $8.3 million as the U.S. operations more than doubled. But they did have a net loss of $8.8 million. That's up from a $1.9 million loss a year ago. The loss was driven by a huge jump in administrative fees from $2.7 million a year ago to $13.7 million last quarter. So that's a big red flag to me, YouTube. And management said that $8.8 million of it was share-based compensation. So they either paid corporate individuals due to probably the IPO expenses and individuals getting paid out. And so that's why you have some of this share-based compensation. And they say there was other expenses related to the company's IPO. So it looks like they spent another probably $4.2 million on IPO, totaling 13.7. So neither the growth or the expenses were a huge surprise, but the company's outlook may have been. But management simply reiterated full-year revenue guidance of $37 million to $39 million. So that's a positive thing. At least they're not redacting what they put out after the IPO of revenue guidance at the end of the year. So they're going to meet what they put out. But Positive online gambling results in some states hopes that return of professional sports while the pandemic is still happening will push people to more gambling online. But one thing that scares me, YouTube management didn't increase their guidance and didn't give forecasting guidance till for fiscal year 21. So this has me a little disappointed. But again, there's no question that GAN Limited is a growth stock by any measure in these results. Then the questions about the stock and around how much the company should be around as today, if we look at, I think they're a little over $400 million market cap, so which is more than like 12 times expected revenue, and that's expensive for a high potential company with a dozens rivals in the online gambling space. But sometimes YouTube and here in my channel, some of the speculative plays we have and that I put out, we kind of have to throw those out the door sometimes with traditional evaluating companies. But big highlight again is with the Win deal and the 10-year deal with the Internet Software Service. So that's the one thing we need to take into fact, that they're growing consistently and they're getting with multiple different companies in the sectors, with FanDuel and with DraftKings, Penn, Win. I don't think they're not with Barstool. Barstool's doing their own thing with Penn. So again, they're growing, but again, we have to take consideration of the landscape we're in today. Looking at GAN Limited, my overall assessment, I think it offers great, investors exposure to online betting, but again, this has worked out for a company as it continues to enjoy several secular hot tailwinds. For instance, it's riding the growth of the online overall software as a service market, and as well as online betting ban repeal in late 2018. And additionally, GAN has been fantastic investment since its IPO due to favorable timing. And however, but investors, we all must mind that the macroeconomic situation we're facing today, and unfortunately with landscape like we have today, and being this is sort of a speculative play in hopes to return to normal everyday life when all this stuff subsides and we get a so-called vaccine overall. And thus, I reckon the stock is a great company, but not a necessarily sound investment in the pandemic environment we're in today. Overall, I believe the company has excellent underlying business. However, its valuation in the market environment right now is a little too optimistic. Thus, I'm recommending adding GAN to your watch list, but not your portfolio as of now. But this is definitely could be a future investment of mine if the monetary and fiscal policy will pan out. And another thing, YouTube, these next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm just going to be hanging back and seeing how everything will play out after the elections and earnings. And I'll definitely will be tuning into the GAN Limited earnings on the 19th of November. So I hope you like this small little video I covered over GAN Limited. And if I've been saying GIN, sorry I messed up on that, but GAN Limited. This company is new to me. I kind of spent a couple days breaking it down, looking over the 10Ks, 10Qs, their earnings. And just let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you got any other companies you want me to look at, and if I have time, I'll make a video. And I have another video coming out here pretty soon within the next 24 hours. So thank you so much for coming again. Pop a like, subscribe, and remember, always invest in yourself.